How's it going out there? This is Feature Miner. So Jay-Z, so his mentor, his mentor's name was Jazzo. They got kind of like the same name, Jay-Z, Jazzo. I don't know. They said Jay-Z might have been called Jazzy or something at one time, and he turned it to Jay-Z. But I don't know. It just sounds like a play on Jazzo's name, kind of. But anyways, Jazzo was on Vlad TV, and I don't know what this Vlad TV guy does to these guests, but they end up just straight out incriminating themselves all the time. This has happened several times. They get on there and just start talking all this most outrageous stuff that they've done, and it's like, so this guy Jazzo comes on there and says like how he gave Jay-Z a gun, and then Jay-Z ended up shooting his brother with that gun, yo, straight up. This is like insane. This story's insane. I mean, his brother, see, that just makes me think like right away, like, okay, were you trying to do this whole ritual thing? Were you trying, because there's a lot of rumors about Jay-Z and the secret societies. So, I mean, he's always throwing up the diamond with his eye in the middle. He has the blueprint. They said that's like code for some type of Masonic type stuff. There's a lot of, Jay-Z's one of the most heavily rumored about person in the industry, well, rapper, that is said to be affiliated with the secret society. So I don't know if he was trying to get on and shoot his brother, and or if he was told to do that or something, take his brother out, and he just tried to attempt like, okay, look, I'll just shoot you in the arm or something. Because, I mean, Jazzo involved himself in this whole situation. I mean, he literally, if he didn't say anything, like the information would have just never been told. The story would have never been told, because it's a very incriminating story. I mean, there is no statute of limitations when it comes to attempted murder. So, isn't that what that was? I mean, you shoot somebody, like if there's an argument, family or not, whether you're arguing with your brother or a stranger, anytime a gun comes out, it's like a big deal. That's like, okay, survival mode time. Hopefully you're not too late, because when somebody gets the draw on you and they pull out a gun first, it's like, oh man, you're like in a situation at that point where you're kind of too late. Even if you're armed yourself at that point, that's why you got to be on top of things and be alert, and you got to be ready for action sometimes out here, because you would never want that situation where somebody gets a draw on you before you can even draw. So Jay-Z drew his gun, this guy, the Jazzo was saying, and he shot his brother in the arm or something like that. I think it was his arm. And then came back to Jazzo's house and gave him his gun back and told him what happened. And Vlad TV was like, whoa, like, you involved yourself in a serious situation. Like you're involving, Jazzo is now involved in a attempted, well, I don't even like saying that name, but I guess I'm gonna say it, attempted murder, yo. Like that's not like just a shooting. So I mean, so Jazzo said no, he wasn't trying to kill him, he just tried to shoot him. And it's just strange. The whole story's strange. It's like, what? I know Jazzo's been holding that over Jay-Z's head for years, decades. That's a story that I'm sure Jazzo was trying to blackmail Jay-Z with for a long time. Like, boy, you better give me a few million, and I'll keep my mouth shut. And Jay-Z's like, oh, you're not gonna say nothing. That was your gun. He's probably thinking, you're not gonna say nothing. You told me to go over there, like. And I don't know if it was anything to do with the ritual or what, or if this was just some street stuff. But it's just crazy that he would pull his pull up on his brother like that. I mean, he didn't get into the most details about what it was over, but I didn't even know Jay-Z had a brother. So that's a pretty crazy story. I mean, we'll have to see if anything comes from it. I mean, like I said, there's no real statute of limitations on something like that. That's a serious crime. I mean, I know there was a police report probably. I don't know, like unless Jay-Z's brother didn't call the cops. But he had to have gone to the hospital. And so it all depends on if there was an initial police report. I know there's probably a police report on, the hospital at least was probably required to report that to the police. Like, this guy just came in here with a gunshot wound. And I don't know if anybody reported gunshots at the apartment building or wherever it happened at. They don't always report stuff like that, depending on what neighborhood you're from. Because I know if Jay-Z's from the Marcy Projects, I mean, I'm sure that's not for sure that somebody would have reported that incident. So there might not have been any cooperation. Who knows? But I think the hospital at least would have put down a report like this guy came in here shot. And so I'm sure, and the case must have been unsolved. Yeah, the case was unsolved this whole time. Now this guy comes out of nowhere and speaks up. That's why I was wondering, like, is Vlad TV putting some type of spell on these guests or something just to have them? Are they like under some type of hypnosis or something where they just spill the beans? Like, this has happened a lot. This guy named what's his name? AR or something. He got caught up in some serious stuff after an interview. Another guy named Rallo, he was just saying all types of things he was doing, and all these activities and how much he was making in the streets. And like, these guys, it's just like, sometimes I don't know if they're coming on there to brag, or if Vlad is somehow putting them under some type of hypnosis that they didn't know they were under. And then he starts interviewing them. Maybe he's using some type of techniques, some type of hypnotic techniques in his interviewing methods to get them to into a trance while they're interviewing, and they just start spilling the beans. Some type of truth serum. I know it's not like truth serum. I doubt they're drinking any of his beverages or anything. So I would suspect it's possible Vlad's putting them under some type of spell or, hypnosis. See, what some people call spell, others might call hypnosis. So it's a real thing. Hypnosis is a real thing. So yeah, he might just start spilling the beans after that. So who knows what's actually happening in those interviews. But beware if you're going on that to Vlad TV to speak on anything, I guess, because you never know what type of techniques he's putting on these people. Or, like I said, Jazzo could have been blackmailing him the whole time, and he's done playing with Jay-Z. Maybe he's been like asking him for money and to keep it quiet. And let me know which scenario you think is Vlad putting spills on them to come clean about all this stuff, or do you think Jazzo was blackmailing Jay-Z? Because it's just like, what sane person is gonna say something like that? What person is gonna just go on there and say something like that? That just sounds crazy to think of. Like, common sense. I don't care if you're even under the influence or anything. This guy doesn't look like he was under the influence. He looks sober. I'll leave a link in the comment section in the description box so you can check out the interview. It's like a 4-minute interview or something. So check it out and let me know what you think. What's this guy on? Like, is this Jazzo guy, like, what do you think this is all about? Anyways, I'll also leave a link if you would like to donate to this channel. You can donate as little as $1 to help keep things going here at Feed Your Mind. I'll also leave a link to my social media and my other channels. So please like, comment, share, subscribe. This has been Feed Your Mind signing off.